G'day everybody, how you going today? It is so good to see you, and today we've got a little update about a Nikon user working with Fuji gear, and specifically their latest flagship camera, the Fujifilm X-H2S. Now, as we've seen, this is a little powerhouse which packs a stacked CMOS sensor. It's 26 megapixels. And of course, when you're buying into a new system, and this is the X mount, probably the biggest problem that anybody comes across is, well, you need lenses. Today, we're going to answer the question on how do you quickly populate your X mount and suddenly have a whole lot of different lenses to play with. And in this case, we're going to do it with this right here. This is something super cool. This here is the Fringer F to X adapter. And perhaps some of you don't even know that adapters like this even exist. And this allows you to take your F-glass, for example. This is the venerable 24-70 2.8 VR, what I think will probably be the final version of this F-mount lens. And we are going to adapt it to the Fuji X-H2S. Now I've realized I've probably got more F lenses than I thought. I've got something like 15. We're going to take a quick look at 8 or 9 of them, all from different eras. Some of them won't autofocus, but this adapter allows for EXIF data, full data to come through, aperture data, aperture control, and focus control, along with VR where it's relevant. So first, let's take a look at the Fringer, and they make all sorts of different adapters. Jump on their website and you can check them out. And I would like to say thank you to Fringer. I asked them whether they would send me a copy of this adapter so I could see how it worked. No strings attached. So thanks for that, Fringer. I think it's going to be super exciting to see what this thing can do. And I've got so many F-mount lenses, why not use them on the brand new Fuji and see how it goes? See, I'm agnostic when it comes to this stuff. When I used my first Sony camera, the A7R, the original one from 2013, the whole reason I got into it was because I could adapt my F-mount lenses. And back then, you didn't get autofocus, you didn't get EXIF data, but I think I had aperture control, manual aperture control. The little stacked CMOS sensor runs at 40 frames per second in stills and can give us 4K 120 or open gate video at 6.2. So here we go, we'll pop that on there. Lovely. Part 1 done. Nice fit. Let's start with the 24-70 2.8. Now, I'm doing this for the first time. I didn't test this beforehand, so who knows what's going to happen. Let's do this together. I always think that's a fun way to do things. Now, this might be considered a bit incongruous, a bit big. Personally, I don't mind as long as it gets the job done. That's fine by me. All right, let's turn it on. It's seeing my face. Let me flip this screen out, then you can see that it's seeing my face. Zoom in, and VR is working by the look of that. This is one of Nikon's more modern F lenses. I'm going to try another modern F lens. And while we change that over, I want to talk about the fact that the Fringer adapter, from the best of my understanding, works with a whole bunch of Fuji bodies, and the fact is it's all the way up to this latest body here, this brand new body, which is super exciting. And also it works with a super duper wide range of Nikon lenses as well as third-party F-mount lenses. Okay, so here we have the latest of the 70-200 2.8. This is the FLED. I think this lens is one of the closest lenses to their Z brothers and sisters. That's the way. And that's working a treat. Yep. And everything's working fabulous. So we are getting autofocus. We are getting aperture control. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Fringer and the Fuji out into the field ASAP, and we can see all these beautiful F-mount lenses and see how they go. They're full frame lenses, although I do have one very old APS-C lens here. Where is it? The 18-200, so field of view equivalent. This is what, a 27-300. There it is there. It's a pretty interesting lens. So this is a very old lens, but that worked. That's into focus. I mean, gosh, I think this lens, just trying to remember, it's from something like 2005 or 2002. Please, somebody let me know in the comments below. There's an APS-C lens working just fine on this APS-C body. Isn't that cool? All right, let's try another cool lens, which is my 85mm 1.4, one of my favorite F lenses. Nowhere near what we get with the Z lenses today, from my perspective, when you're talking about things like flaring and chromatic aberration. The 85mm 1.4G, I like the way that looks. It's quite felt, quite curvaceous. There it is there. Now, of course, this is what gets to a 137.5 or something. Yep, there it is. Fabulous. Change the aperture all the way down to 1.4. Beautiful. Yep. Wow. You know what? I tell you, if you had F lenses and you wanted to play around with a Fuji, which is exactly what I want to do, this works. That's nice. I mean, we'll get it out in the field and give it a real proper hard run, but I'm just excited to see all of these lenses working, and they're working with full aperture control and everything else. Now, this is an old lens that is not going to give us autofocus because it's this is a screw-driven autofocus. This is my old 24 to 120, 3.5 to 4.5 or whatever it is. And that's interesting. The manual focus meter that comes up at the bottom has appeared, so it's worked out that this is a manual lens. That's really cool. And I do have aperture control. Yeah, so aperture control, and the only thing I have to do by hand is to focus. I like it. That's great. So even this old lens, and when it's cropped, it goes out to 180 field of view equivalent, makes it a very flexible lens. Obviously, it's a bit tight on the wide end, but still, geez, I think that's great. This is the 80 to 400, 4.5, 5.6 DED. There it is there. Again, we will not get autofocus, but we do have VR and some other things. Now, this has such a good grip, this camera, that I have absolutely no problem holding this like this, and it feels stable even with the adapter and everything. Anyway, we'll go all the way out to 400, which is 600mm field of view equivalent. Two more lenses. Firstly, we're going to do this one here. This is the 50mm 1.4. There it is. Looks cute. 75mm field of view equivalent. 1.4, whatever that transposes to. I don't know the numbers, but we're getting autofocus. There it is. You can see the aperture firing. It's going out to 9. And that's working lovely. There you go. There's this old 50mm, which I think I bought in Japan in 2009. Not sure how old it is. Please, somebody let me know. This is the 50mm 1.4G. But yes, I think I got mine in Japan, in Tokyo, in 2009. Can't wait to go back. Maybe visit Nikon HQ and Fujifilm HQ. All right, our last lens before we head out into the field and do all of this for real is the beautiful tilt shift. It is quite Frankenstein, isn't it? But there it is. There's the 24. And of course, this is a fully manual lens. Everything's going to be manual. You won't get aperture control. Oh no, you do get aperture control. Wow, go Fringer. That's awesome. So anybody's out there, you want to have a play with a Fujifilm camera, whether it's an $800 one or whether it's a $3,000 to $4,000 one, you can get this Fringer adapter, and we'll talk more about it. And here's the price on screen of the Fringer adapter. It allows you to get, I'm thinking, near on native performance. If not native performance, we will do more testing. We will get out there in the field from all of your F-glass. I love the fact that it's adaptable to Fuji. There is so many amazing full frame lenses in the F range, and they're out there. Now, of course, some people will complain about size. And of course, you can always find something to complain about, but you can also always find something to be happy about, which is here is all of this F-glass being very useful with my Fujifilm tryout. That rocks. Please let me know, have you done this with a Fujifilm camera? Would you think about doing it with a Fujifilm camera? Have you ever owned a Fujifilm camera? And how much F-glass do you still have left? Now, I'm looking forward to getting some Sigma and Viltrox Fujifilm lenses along with some native Fujifilm lenses. Fuji, if you're listening, please feel free to send me some. All right, well, I'd love your thoughts in the comments below. It's been so good to see you. And if this is your first time here, I would love to see you again. So please do subscribe, please share, and please like, and get out there and tilt shift. Bye for now.